Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Shari Levitin. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it up for Shari Levitin. Has anybody seen Shari? Did you see her at the Broke? I swear I saw her last night. Hold on just a second. Let me go see if I can find her backstage.
Follow my journey because I'm here in the Maldives and I got a long way to go. Looks like I've made it to Tonga Island. Woo-hoo! It looks like I'm somewhere between Niue and Tahiti on an island that appears to be uninhabited. Hopefully I can be super resourceful and survive long enough that I can get some transportation.
Still on my way to Thrive speakers, really important. When you're skiing, you gotta stay on the fall line. When you're speaking, it's the same thing. A lot of speakers go here and there. They don't have a main point. You gotta stick to the fall line.
One thing you learn in Hollywood, particularly from improvisational speakers, is that their whole goal when they're doing an improv with another actor is to make the other actor look good. Your job is to make the other speaker look good. I have made it to Tucson, Arizona. It's a great trek. Join me however you get there, whether you're walking, running, flying, rollerblading, on a horse, whatever it is. I'll see you there. I'm on my way. As a speaker, you too need a pre-flight checklist. Do you have your microphone? Do you have your talkie dot? Do you have everything lined up? Do you have an extra clicker? Because accidents can happen. 685 Sierra Alpha, on my way to Albuquerque. I'd like to introduce you to my grandmother, Helen. Helen was born in 1906 in Aberdeen, Washington. She walked 5 miles through the snow to get to the Little Red Schoolhouse. Why? Because back then, that's where the knowledge was. Now, fast forward several years later, this is Helen's son, my father, Lloyd. Lloyd spent $842, 2 months mortgage payment, to buy an Encyclopedia Britannica. Why? Because back then, you had to pay for the knowledge. Now, fast forward several years later, this is me at my first sales job. Yeah, you can woohoo! Woohoo! I woke up every single morning at 6 a.m. and drove to a sales meeting because I knew if I wanted to be the best I could be, I needed to physically go to where the knowledge was. So, from where do we get our knowledge today? Well, everywhere. It's in your back pocket. They call it a cell phone, but you and I both know it's a supercomputer, right? We can download every song ever recorded. We can watch every movie ever produced. I could probably program my sprinkler and feed my dog in Park City if I knew how. The point is this. Today, information comes to us. It's everywhere. It bombards us. It overloads us. In fact, neuroscientists tell us we've created 5 times as much content in the last few years than in all of humankind. We take in the equivalent, you and I, of 35 gigabytes. I don't know what the hell a gigabyte is. Does anybody? I don't know what it is. 35 gigabytes worth of content a day. The equivalent of 175 newspapers worth of information. Here's the point. Accessing information isn't the challenge today. It's filtering it. And it's the same for our audience. What's rare today isn't information. As speakers today, we need to move beyond motivation and information to transformation. Yes, give me a yes. Yes. And when we do that, that's when we can build a 6-figure, 7-figure, whatever figure you want income. Now, I am going to show you a program today called the 4 Pillars of an Effective Training and Coaching Program. And this program transformed our business. A lot of you took the assessment, and there's 4 pillars necessary for our audience to actually be able to filter, assimilate, and apply our message. And when we use all 4, what happens is we can transform, we can create change. But what I find is that most people, most trainers, especially me as a speaker, we lead with only 1 or 2. But let me take you back a little bit and share with you how we kind of figured this out. When I first started my training company back in 1997, one of our biggest clients called us. Well, bigger than the other 2 we had at the time. And she said, "Hey, Shari, we want to hire you to train all of our trainers." Yeah, we want to hire you to train all of them. Now, you have to understand, this was no small client, so I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself about now. And then she says, "But before we hire you to train all our trainers, we need you to take a Train the Trainer trained by Mike." I said, "Wait a minute. You want me to take a Train the Trainer and learn how to train so I can train your trainers? Why don't you just hire Mike?" She said, "Well, he's boring." So I took Mike's class, and God, he was boring. But I had the biggest aha of my career. See, I used to go home every night and tell my husband, "You should have seen me. I was awesome. I was magnificent." When the audience should have been going home and saying to their spouse, "You should have seen me. I was magnificent." See, I was training the way I wanted to train rather than training the way people learn. And so when we got back After that fateful encounter with Maria, I got my team together and we developed the 4 pillars of an effective training and coaching program. And again, that's what I'm going to share with you today. Now, how many of you took the assessment? Can I see a show of hands? All right, you guys did your homework. Nice. So 4 pillars, and each one of us in this room leads with one of these 4 pillars. Now, what I find is most of us also have a receding pillar or a secondary pillar. But again, when we can incorporate all 4, and this is exactly what Shirley was talking about, right? All these different revenue streams. When we can incorporate all 4, we have this exponential impact. So really quickly, education. What's education? Where's my education people in the audience? Woohoo! All right, you guys are content nerds. I'm just saying. You write ebooks, podcasts, research. Wait till you see Brent Adamson after me, one of the most premier researchers of all time. He's a good friend of mine. Pay attention. Educators, they are constantly creating content. They are constantly doing webinars, all different types of ebooks, etc. Entertainers, where's my entertainers? All right, probably a lot of the room. So entertainers are marked by people that love to tell stories, jokes, have fun, lights, camera, action. And then we have the facilitators. Facilitators understand this. There's more knowledge and information in front of me than is in front of you. Facilitators bring out community. Facilitators bring out the genius in the room. And then, of course, we have the coaches. Coaches care about learning someone's inner world so they can affect their outer world. Coaches are one-on-one.